Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Virgos, special shout out to Be Hot. Be Hot was asking for a Virgo storyline. So I'm going to start with you guys today. So here we go. At the center of everything, we begin with a 10 of Cups, I almost said Pentacles. We have somebody that either at the heart of everything they want to fly home. What crosses this is the 8 of Cups. Do I march away from things and go find my 10 of Cups elsewhere? Do I leave and return to my 10 of Cups? Because this crosses it, there is the question mark of, will this happen? Is my 10 of Cups back somewhere there behind me, or is my 10 of Cups somewhere up ahead? Regardless, a character has to be on the move. Now, I don't know if this is Virgo yet or not. What's underneath all of this? Kind of like the motivation. The Sun. We have the desire for happiness, which is fantastic, right? Leo energy coming in. We have, I see like mariachi players here. So there could be somebody that either has like a Latin influence or they love Latin music. There could be some particular, like very, romantica, some kind of romantic music that, or even like, well, mariachi is not banda music, but there's something here about a style of music that's very heartfelt that could be, I don't know, it just feels like somebody's heart wants to be light. They want to be just in a better energy, and they know that. And if they have a sense of like, I'm tired of living life in the rain, I'm tired of being unhappy, I'm tired of being sad, I want to go where the sunflowers are. It feels like this summertime or right around Leo season is where somebody's like determined, I want to have happiness finally. I want to have like a hot girl, hot guy summer. But it's not just that. It's like, I want that to be my new normal. I don't know why somebody's so hungry for it this summertime. Now, it's only summer if you're in the northern hemisphere, right? Which I am. So this could be autumn for those in the southern hemisphere, if that's where our character is located. What happened in the past? In the past, well, the past, they should have already had this. In the past, there was already an opportunity for somebody to have this. They already met the person they could have had happiness with. They already found the person. The clock struck, and it's already been time. So wait a second, before I move on, why didn't they have this happiness yet then? King of Swords. Is this the story of a King of Swords? I'll tell you, we've been getting a lot of King of Swords vibes for our Virgo crew. So in the Virgo fictional storytelling, we do have a repetitious character that pops out. To see the King of Swords, instead of being emotional in the past, somebody decided to be logical. Instead of being grounded and giving, they decided to withhold and be very cerebral. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and this could be all about them. Now, here's the thing. It could be that the Virgo is saying, I'm at a point where either if this is somebody from my past who was too cerebral, you know what? If they're not coming back to me by Libra season, then that's it. Or excuse me, by Leo season, then that's it. My happiness clearly is someplace else. Because in the past, we could have already been together. But if they're too cerebral, if they cut me loose, fine. They don't want me. It means my happiness is somewhere up ahead. At least I know that with confidence now. If this is all the Virgo's mindset, then the Virgo is really, I feel like somebody is within the next 2 weeks, they're like ready to have happiness. They're ready to have relationship. They're ready to have the thing that they haven't had. And in the past, they could have already had it, but didn't. All because somebody was too cerebral. This King of Swords was too cerebral. What is crowning this storyline? Two of Wands in the reverse. Time's up. There's no more malingering. There's no more delays. There's no more not sure about which way to go. No more. Let's just get the party going. Let's just get to the good stuff, because we're wasting daylight. It feels like either everybody in this storyline knows it's time to go ahead and take some action and get to the happy bits of life. Get to the happy relationships. No drama, no, I got to overthink everything and never do anything. It's just time to just be happy. It's time to seek the happiness. And I think that's a very obvious message in this. Okay, what's the upcoming future look like? Ace of Swords, the the sword of truth, there's either going to be really truthful conversation that comes in, or there's going to be the sword that severs all connections and a character who can go someplace else. We got a Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which means these two are on opposing sides. The past, Six of Pentacles were upright. In the future, Six of Pentacles are in the reverse. I'm seeing it again as the ultimatum. In the upcoming future, it's time to sever the possibility of a connection for the King of Swords, is what it looks like here. But let me get one more. Then why the Ten of Swords in the reverse? Because somebody's not over this. Synchronicity sideways. Okay, so is this going to be one of those really annoying stories where just when like Virgo's had it up to here and they're like, this is it, this is the day, I never have to think about that ex anymore, I know they're not coming back, I'm over it, I'm ready to move on, and that's the same time simultaneously that they're like, oh my god, I miss Virgo, this is, and it's so like such a mixed up serendipity. Hold on. Again, in the future, High Priestess. Yeah, unfortunately, it might just be that they're feeling the Virgo detach, and that pulls on that thread inside of them where they suddenly, they could have a really rough day. Whoever Virgo is cutting out of their life, because if this King of Swords does not take action, then Virgo is cutting them out of their life. And I think the deadline for this has been coming for a long time. When I say the future is where Virgo like severs this connection completely, the future could be within 10 minutes, right? The future is just, it could be 2 breaths away. It could be 2 years away. It's whenever the future is for this Virgo. But the day that that happens, this King of Swords feels some kind of way about it. They feel like that's the, oh my God, I'll never get over Virgo. I don't want this to be over. This is so painful to be away from Virgo. But why didn't they ever take action, right? Let's go back for just a second. In the past, remember, it was time for these two to be together. So why is the King of Swords there upright, but in the past they should have been together? Four of Wands, and then absolute tears with the Five of Cups. It was like, I want this so bad, this is going to be wonderful, and then instead it was total, like, I'm hearing Bee Gees, tragedy. Okay, hold on. Why the sadness in the past? The Emperor, big sorrow, because there was an awareness that Virgo expected them to be the full-blown emperor, like the get serious. If you're picking me, pick me all the way. We're going to do this. We're going to be together all the way. Death and rebirth in the reverse, and they weren't ready for it. There was something where they were not ready to be full-blown, like married, all in, and yet the opportunity for them to be all in and be with Virgo like that was there. But the expectation was, well, of course you're going to be my emperor. And they were like, I'm not ready. Death, rebirth in the reverse. They weren't ready to change something about their life. And they thought long and hard about this, and they realized they weren't ready. They've never been ready in this storyline. Yet, okay, let me go back over to the future. Why are they going to have this like, ouch, it hurts so bad kind of moment when Virgo's like, this is like a TikTok, not the whatever the platform is. I'm talking like the tick-tock of the clock, which we already saw that. Time's up. I think Virgo waited a really, really, really long time, possibly, because it was already time when they met that they should have been able to be super happy together and give equally. But instead, it was like realizing this is the right time. And then a King of Swords still said, but I'm not ready to change and be an emperor yet. Maybe they weren't ready for marriage. Maybe they weren't ready for a long-term relationship. Maybe they're never going to be. But if Virgo waited a period of time and they finally said, you know what I really want? I just want to be happy with somebody who is like really ready to give. So I think if somebody still isn't ready, the clock has struck. I'm done waiting now. Okay, but in the upcoming future, I said, why are they? Because Virgo is cutting this person out. The time is here, or it will be in the upcoming future, however near or far that is, where Virgo's going to be just very matter of fact. This is not an angsty, painful story. This is just like, I just want to be happy with someone I can be happy with. Why are they going to feel this wound from afar? We have Action of Wands, we have the Sun, we have the present moment. Because the day that Virgo basically gets over them and says, I can't wait to meet somebody I'm going to be happy with. There's the sun again. They feel, and maybe even have a flash of the image of a new lover in Virgo's life. It won't be but a minute before Virgo meets somebody else. Now we're going Beyonce. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, they'll be here in a minute, like literally in the present moment. I feel like the day that Virgo is over them and actually puts this plan into action. You know what? I know that this is done. I know I'll never wait for them again. I know that in my mind, it's over. It's done. Anybody who was going to grow up would have by now. They're done. They're not coming forward. They're never going to come forward. The King of Swords and I are not ever going to be. I don't care anymore. I'm ready for something better. I'm ready for somebody who's ready. The day that Virgo says that, and it's not with meanness, I hope it doesn't sound that way, because this is so absent of bitterness or meanness or anger. There's no hurt in this story at all. We don't have any painful cards except for them. They have a sudden, like, oh my God, they feel the Virgo is all of a sudden seeing themselves as single. They feel that cord being cut. And they also know without a doubt, Virgo may have a partner, a new romantic partner that comes in like a flash. It could be possibly a Leo who comes in. And it's like they can practically, this King of Swords from the past can practically feel it happening in real time. They are aware that Virgo's cut the cord with them, and they're also aware that Virgo has somebody new that is walking right into their life. It's like almost like they can see it playing out in their mind's eye. They also feel the happiness in Virgo, and I think that's the crazy part. That's where they feel the exact reverse. They feel this incredible loss and hurt that is very much present because Virgo is actually being happy. Now that's a weird inverse relationship to have. It's unless we thought of it like cups. So if all of a sudden, like, everything is getting dumped out of one cup is now empty and the other one's really, really full. If the emotional bond was something like that, where all this time they had all the love that Virgo was still holding for them, and now Virgo said, no, I'm going to take that back, and they dumped it back into their own cup. The person who was sitting there with that big full cup, that King of Swords who had all Virgo's love and was not doing anything with it, Virgo just took it back and said, no, I'm taking it back. It's mine, actually, and I'm going to give it to somebody else. Of course, they're the ones who feel the sudden emptiness, the sudden loss. And they also know damn well everything that I used to hold it belonged to Virgo, is Virgo's love that they had given to me. They just took it back, and I know they're giving it to somebody else. This is that's a tough one. That they're going to feel that. Okay, so as far as that goes, let me just ask, what's the hopes and the fears? Man, so now, of course, because it's too late, now Virgo might be worried that they're going to try to come running in to try to reconnect. Meanwhile, they might be hoping that they're going to be able to run in and reconnect with the Judgment card there. Hope and fear. What does each character really want? What does Virgo genuinely want? Empress. Virgo wants a relationship meant for an empress, a grown-up. They want to be treated like an empress. They remember at the beginning, they were ready and could have, married that King of Swords. They were ready for an emperor, but the King of Swords didn't want to be an emperor. That is something where Virgo is very clear on what they want. They're very, very clear. They won't do anything other than deal with an emperor. So they just basically, Virgo leveled up to a really profound level. Empresses don't deal with knights. They don't deal with even kings and queens. I mean, they deal with them there every day, right? But they don't get into romances with them, because it's full-grown adult. We're going all the way. We're building an empire together. We have, plans. We have intentions. We know who we are. We know what we want. We know where we're going. We are the manifestors and the architects of our own life. That's how emperors and empresses roll. That's who Virgo is. That's what they want, is somebody who sees that in them, somebody who shares that vision with them. Virgo won't tolerate anything less. So there won't even be a chance for that, for a King of Swords to try knocking on Virgo's door again. They'd have to come in as an Emperor. And even then I don't know, but that's the only chance they'd have. They definitely, no king, no queen has a chance with this Virgo from here on out. Okay, what is their real hope? What's their real desired outcome? Nine of Wands, Five of Wands. They're still kind of lost a little bit. That King of Swords still seems a little bit lost out there. They're wishing that they could like get over, because this is still wounded warrior energy, a lot of overthinking. I don't know where their fears come from, but they're what they really want is to get beyond their fears, but they can't seem to stop overanalyzing things. I think they get caught in that never-ending loop, and this might be why they aren't able to be an emperor. But not even they really know what is the cause of this. What they want is to find the answer so that they're no longer walking around as a wounded warrior. They want to cut away some of their own confusion, but I don't see that as something that, them wanting to cut away their own confusion about themselves or about why they operate the way they do or where their fear comes from. To me, this just says that they have a lot more personal work to do on themselves. Meanwhile, Virgo's like, they're ready for a really powerful relationship. And we already saw there's going to be a really powerful relationship that comes in for Virgo. So let me just go back here and say, what is it that is coming in for the Virgo then? Because they're in Empress mode. We have Nine of Swords. Whatever's coming in is exactly what this person has been petrified, that King of Swords has been petrified, is coming toward Virgo, a sense of peace. It's not particularly nice that they're stressed out that Virgo is going to actually be happy for a change, and be without stress and be moving forward in happiness. It's not super awesome that the King of Swords is so distressed that Virgo's really going to have healed from this and be over them. But the first thing that comes into Virgo's life, by the way, somebody could be going to Canada, someplace where there's a beautiful, beautiful lake to go visit, someplace, kind of up where typically it's very snowy, but instead it's really pristine lakes when it thaws out. And here's our Virgo. What Virgo has coming in for them is a real sense of peace, possibly with another Virgo. Virgo could meet someone who is very woodsy, somebody who has a canoe, somebody who's very peaceful, somebody who's very spiritual, somebody who's very earthy, someone who Virgo is just now ready to meet, a deep thinker, much like themselves. I think Virgo ends up with another Virgo in this story. I really do. I think that's not them. They're in Empress mode. Two of Wands. And this Two of Wands is not about which route do I take? This Two of Wands is like, we're dialed in. We can now see clearly exactly the direction Virgo needed to go. I don't think Virgo could meet this new person who very well might be someone who could be a little older than them, someone who could be very wise, somebody who's spent a lot of time alone out in nature. This could be like a wildlife biologist or something, marine biologist, something along those lines. Somebody who spends a lot of time by themselves out in nature, somebody who might be a little slow to speak because they're very thoughtful about things. I think this could be such a great match for Virgo, but it's somebody that Virgo had to be on perfect alignment in order to be with this person. Oh, that's exciting. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.